Right, afternoon folks, Mick here, Kentish Man Collects, back again, you get nothing, and then all of a sudden, 3 videos in a week. Lucky people. Well, dog's barking at something outside. Little weirdo. Anyway, following on from the comic purchases from Vinted, I snaffled this one off Marketplace. Now, it was I think it was, I don't know. I'll put if I can find it, I'll put the advert down here. But I think it was like, it might have been 35 comics for 10 quid. Anyway, fairly local, on my way back from work, so did it. You still got this? Yeah, cool. Before I even asked, have you got any more? He's come back with, oh, I've got another couple of bundles as well. If you want them, I can do a bundle price, and yeah, and then they'll all be gone. So I was like, yeah, wicked, whatever. Didn't even ask how many comics there was. Didn't even ask the price. Came back with 25 quid. 25 quid for 78 comics. Now, a couple of them I've heard about, obviously. Punisher. On the Max, what is it? Max Comics branding. That was an odd one. Never heard of that before. Ghost Rider, obviously. Master of Kung Fu. So these two are vintage, so pre-1980s. Again, there's some obscure ones in there, but some interesting ones nonetheless. Atlantis Attacks. A bit of Namor on the front. Who's that? Namor. Looks like, oh, I don't know. Suffer the wrath of Ocean's master, King Namor. Atlantis Attacks. I don't know who that green dude is. Interesting. So there's a couple of... Anyway, so I went and picked these up. And the guy's there, there was a bit of a queue of us, actually. And one guy was picking up a PlayStation 4 handheld console thing, which was quite cool. Anyway, he got round to me and he's opened the box, and I've seen there's what appears to be more than 70 comics in there, let's put it that way. So yeah, he said, yeah, I collect, bought a load of number ones, some Daredevil there, Squadron Supreme, Marvel's Namor on the front, and the other guys, Namor. Again, some random ones. Image, Telos. I think I've got Telos. A couple of them upstairs. Yeah, so he's like, yeah, I buy a lot of number ones, and then read them, and then just decide I don't want to carry on purchase anymore. So there's a bit of Star Wars Ewoks there. Rick and Morty, not really my bag. Deadly Neighborhood Spider-Man, it's quite cool. Again, number one. Night Terrors Green Lantern, number one. Little sort of what's the word I'm looking for? Anime style Superman sort of draped out back there. So yeah, so he was like, oh yeah, yes, a couple of these are definitely worth more than a couple of quid if you're into reselling. And I says, no mate, to be fair, I'll probably just keep them. Got a lot of titles in the a couple of thousand tiles in the loft that need that a few of these I'll sort of finish off really. But yeah, like I said, there's some quite obscure ones. Masquerade, I think there's a Masquerade in the bundle that I got from DM Comics Lounge. I won't show you that one just yet. I'll keep flicking, and I'm not going to show you all 75 obviously, but yeah, I mean, you know, boarded as well, bagged and boarded. A bit of Doom Patrol there. There's a couple of Doom Patrol ones actually. Yeah, there's another one there. But Doom Patrol. Actually, not a bad TV series to be fair. The Roadie. Again, Dark Horse Comics. Swamp Thing. Again, got some Swamp Thing in the loft. We'll show you a couple more and then I'll show you this one. Because I think he was trying to hunt this one out. That's a bit of a random one. But yeah, some really quite nice ones. They're either foil covers or they've got these sort of postcard size things on the front. But yeah, I mean, I did obviously 25 quid for 78 comics is a steal in anyone's world. But obviously, yeah, I went through. So we got some Aquaman there with She Who Must Not Be Named. West Coast Avengers, a couple of those. And again, these quite sort of, look at the covers, I think Image, well, yeah, it's going to be a random one, isn't it? Anyway, let's put those away. Alice Never After. Yeah. Barbaric. Yeah, I mean, like I say, oh, there's another one there, look. Lumberjanes. Now, very sort of anime that, but look at that foil cover. Foil variant 21. Again, so anyway, I went on eBay and I did my little search, you know, with the camera, and a lot of these, because you're looking at about 4 or 5 quid. Not a great deal of sort of what you would pay for them anyway. Bearing in mind, comics are sort of, what are they now, about $3.99, 4 quid. So yeah, but anyway, I dug this one out. I don't know if you can see that. There is 3 signatures on there. Storm Dogs. It's an Image Comics, number 1, $3.50. Again, not really heard of Storm Dogs. Haven't read any of their comics. Got a lot of Image Comics, but I don't know. I just this. Don't get me wrong, the artwork's great, the stories are great, but I just like to stick to my main characters. You know, a bit of X-Men, Batman, Superman, you know, Spider-Man, obviously, the big hitters. So yeah, that's my latest purchase. Probably brings comic purchases within the last couple of weeks close to 300. Probably about 100 and probably about 150 quid spent, so not bad actually, not bad. Like I say to people when I go online, it's you know, they're selling comics, and be they old or new, generally I don't like to spend more than 20 pence per back issue. I mean, if there's some good runs in there, you know, and you know obviously you'll get there. You have a look at the comics if it's a first appearance of, or blah blah blah. But if it's a random, I mean, people look at comics, and I'm no expert, but you know, back in the day, hundreds of thousands of one comic were printed, hundreds of thousands. So it might be that comic is from the 70s, but it's got 50, 60,000 brothers and sisters plus, you know what I mean? They were put out to the masses, and the newer comics, unless they're like variants or first appearance of, they're not really any cop unless you've got the whole stories. It's in my opinion. I've been proved wrong before. There's quite a lot of comics that I've typed into a certain group that I use to catalogue my comics, and I've been surprised by comics where they're like, what's that? For image, it might be just an image comic, but it's a first appearance of, or it's, and I've got, I bought a job lot some while back, and I think I must have bought about 300 of these things. It's a big comic, 300 comics, 15 quid. When I started going through them, there was multiples of the same comic. We're talking, 20 to 40. So, not a great deal, but there was one run and I had about 10 comics of the same cover in this one bundle. But when I put them through Hip Comic, the app, they were like 26 quid each. So I was like, well, put them online and they're not selling because nobody knows what they are, but it's what it is. Anyway, just thought I'd show you that. There's nothing else to report. The only thing I've been buying off Vinted lately is Arsenal memorabilia. I've just bought 2 shirts and a baseball cap. One of the shirts arrived. It's a little bit tight, and it's a replica, but it's I'll probably, to be fair, I'll probably move it on, give it away. I'll move it on. But yeah, it was only a £5, so yeah. Anyway, like and subscribe, folks, if you want to see more content. There's more bits to show. I've had a couple of questions now about my collection and the best bits of my collection. So I'm gonna compile something there, and I'll show you my best pieces. And they're probably not going to be obvious. Okay, so we'll see you on the next one. Adios.